Cal, what I want to do with you today is, first of all, we're going to proceed and give you a new goal, okay? And so we'll change your sticky note over up on our cafe menu, because here on this page, your first goal was fluency, and all the checking that we've done, and we've done on running records, and you have improved tremendously, and you've gotten 90% on some of your tests, and you've done a good job. So what we're going to do today is, I'm going to have you read to me, because I know that you like these books. I'm going to have you read to me, and then we're going to kind of check to see what we can do to help you with your comprehension, okay, and get you up a little bit, okay? So I'm going to put the date today, and go ahead and open your book. Okay, and work on your fluency as you read, and think about what you're reading. Go ahead.
Replied with a chuckle. Almost all of my hair fell out on its own, so I decided to shave the rest of it off. That's the saddest story I ever heard, said this girl named Emily, and she burst into tears. Don't feel bad, Principal Klutz said. It could have been a lot worse. How? Sniffled Emily. Well, at least my brain didn't fall out of my head. We all laughed, even Emily. Principal Klutz was a pretty funny guy for a principal. Any other questions? Do you have a dungeon down in the basement where you put the bad kids? I asked. Actually, the dungeon is more on the third floor, Principal Klutz replied.
Good job, Cal. I'm going to stop you right there. I've noticed that you have worked a lot on your phrasing to help you with your fluency. Now, my question for you is, who is the main character so far in the story?
Principal.
And right now, what is it? What's the main event that has taken place? What do you remember reading to me on this page? What are they doing?
Little Mr. Klutz is talking about the rules, and the ages wanted. Well, he well the okay well then they talked about why are you bald, and he chuckled and said it was falling off, and he cut the rest off.
You know what we're going to do? Here's what we're going to do with the comprehension goal. We're going to use sticky notes, okay? And I want you to use every other page on here. We're going to use sticky notes on every other page. And what we're going to do is we're going to write the who and the what on our sticky notes, because I kind of think that we kind of get lost a little bit. And I notice that this is like the third or fourth book that you're reading that's by Dan Gutman. And I want you to get 100% on these books all the time, but to do really, really well in your test, you have to kind of keep track of the events that are taking place in your character. So on our sticky notes, we're going to write the who and the what, and we're just going to go every other page, okay, to make sure that we know what we're doing. So that by the time you get, Cal, what I want you to do is, like, this is a new chapter right here. So by the time you get to this chapter, I want you to go back through and read your sticky notes that you have on every other page, and summarize. Using your sticky notes, kind of look what you read and summarize that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go grab some sticky notes, and we're going to practice that. I'm going to show you how I want you to do it, and then we're going to go from there. So let me grab my little, I'm going to hold that open really quick, and I'll go grab my sticky notes. Okay, So on this page it says, because they're talking about they were in a dungeon, okay? Actually, the dungeon is on the 3rd floor, Principal Klutz replied. Nobody laughed this time. He quickly told us that he was just making a joke and that he didn't even have a dungeon at all. Principal Klutz must have felt bad that we didn't think his joke was funny, because he invited us all up to the front of the room to touch his bald head. We did, and that made everybody feel a lot better. Principal Klutz seemed nice, but a lot of people seem nice when you first meet them. Then later you find out that they are evil villains who plan to take over the world. So it sounds like right now, okay, our who is, like you said before, Principal Klutz, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to watch our spelling, okay? And our what, you tell me what we should put for our what after what I read to you, because you mentioned his bald head before, okay? So what can we add with our what?
No one was laughing because Mr. Klutz was joking about the dungeon on
Okay,
the 3rd floor.
okay. So do you think there really is a dungeon?
No.
No? Okay. No one's laughing because Mr. Klutz was joking, and they think there really is no dungeon. Okay. It seems like a lot of writing to do, okay? But what I want you to focus on is just every other page, okay? So after this time, start reading here, and if you want to, Cal, go back and skim this first part, and then if you want to put a little summary sticky note here, you can, okay? So here's what I'm going to do. Go ahead and take your book, please. So today I observed you reading, and I'm just going to make a note that your strength, I'm going to put that you're better at your phrasing. And our next step, we're going to use sticky notes. About every other page. Okay, we're going to say about every other page. Okay. And I'm going to put a note on here that it's the who and the what.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm going to put a star on here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to meet back with you. Today is March 11th. Okay. I'm going to meet with Austin here in a minute too. What I'm going to do, I'm going to meet back with you on the 13th. Okay, Austin? Okay, so on the 13th, when we meet again, I expect you to be accountable, okay, and to use these sticky notes with your pages. So that, and then we can go back and look at your sticky notes to see if it makes sense. Okay, is that going to work?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to put Cal on the 13th.